Hey, YouTube. Hey, it's Adarsh here. I had to switch over to a different stream, so hopefully everyone will switch over to this live stream. This is week 2 of the Mysore Challenge. I'm also going to set up my Instagram live as well. So, one moment. Apologies for shifting over to a different stream. Hopefully you guys will be able to join me over here. Aye. So my bad for moving the stream over. So apologies for my mistake here. When I scheduled, I set up for the webcam. Anyway, my mistake, but hopefully you're able to find your way over. I see I at least have one viewer here. So welcome. This is week 2 of the Mysore Challenge. My name is Adarsh. I'm going to put on the IG live as well. So we'll have a couple of cameras going. Hey, welcome to the IG live. Make sure I've got the mat, everything on there. Good. This is all looking pretty good on the camera setup. Sorry, I'm a little off schedule today because I made a mistake in my upload. So this is week 2 of the Mysore Challenge. My name is Adarsh, and thank you so much for joining. We are working on the standing poses and the first part of the seated series today. I call this the Yoga Chikitsa or the Yoga Cleansing series. So we'll be working into the twist and compression of this part of the body, which is very much the essence of the primary series. So we're going to get right into it. If you recall from last week's lesson, the fundamentals around Ashtanga are related to the breath. So using our Ujjayi breathing, the Bandha, which refers to the stability around your body's center line. And that by squeezing through the center of the pelvic muscles, you'll feel how you can keep yourself tied together, especially important through things like planking, chaturanga, and so on. The other principle is Drishti, is gazing, so the looking place. You'll hear me mention look to the nose, look to the navel. It doesn't always have to be a literal place. If looking to the navel, for example, is not appropriate, it's okay. Look between your knees, but keep the eyes steady. The idea is that we're creating a focal point for the practice. So we'll get right into it. Samastiti. Please, if you stand to the top of the mat, make sure I don't have to do any adjustments here. So standing toward the top of the mat, you'll give yourself just a little bit of space in front. So with the hands together, the feet together, take a moment just to close your eyes. Connecting with the Ujjayi Breath. Notice that when you inhale, the breath seems to move up the back. And that when you exhale, the breath seems to move down the front, all the way to a point below the navel. Inhale, notice how the breath seems to rise to a point at the top, and then how the exhale moves all the way down. With your next inhale, open the eyes. And exhale the hands down. Samastiti. Surya Namaskara, sun salutation. Ekam. 1. Inhale the hands up, look up to your thumb. Dve. 2. Exhale the fold. Always start your practice easy. Feel that you're compressing the trunk, you're sliding down all the way to your in-range point. The hands are a little forward of the feet. Trini. 3. Inhale the head up. Feel that the center of gravity moves a little forward, straightening the back. Chatwari. 4. Exhale the high plank. Keep the shoulder over the hand. Organize the heel over the toe. Continue exhaling, press slow. Pancha. 5. Inhale. Toes point. This is the upward dog. Keep the legs strong. Inhale it. Shot. 6. Exhale the downward dog. 5 breaths here. 1. It's okay to organize the hands and feet. 2. Look down to the navel. 3. 4. 5. Exhale. Raise the heels, look front. Rock back. Sapta. Transit forward. We'll just try tiptoeing forward. Notice how the center of gravity moves into the arms. Inhaling. Halfway lift. Ashto. 8. Exhale the fold. Press down your hands. Move the head all the way in. Press down through the heel. Inhale. Ride the breath. The legs are strong. That supports you as you raise the arms. And Samastiti. Exhale. Press the hands into the body. You can feel your whole midline stabilize. Okay. Come, inhale. Hands up. Look up, thumb. Dve. Exhale. Fold. All the way in. Nice and steady. Trini. 3. Inhale. Halfway lift, straightening out the back. Chatwari. 4. Exhale, step or jump. Tight at the top, pressing low. Pancha. 5. Inhale, upward dog, look nose. Shat. 6. Exhale, the downward dog. Look to the navel. 1. 2. Keeping the navel pulled in, breathe into the back of the heart. 3. 4. 5. Exhale, raise the heels to look front. Rock back, sapta, step or jump. Notice how it's the weight moving into the arms. Inhale. Ashto. Exhale. Heels press. Nawa. Inhale, ride the breath. Samastiti. Exhale. One more. Come, inhale. Dve. Exhale. Trini. 3. Inhale. Chatwari. Jump back. Exhale. Pancha. 5. Inhale. Look nose. Shat. Exhale. Look navel and regulate your breath. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Exhale to look front. Rock back, sapta, step or jump. Inhale. Ashto. Exhale. Nawa. Inhale. Samastiti. The B series. Knees bend. Come. Inhale. Dve. 2. Exhale. Trini. 3. Inhale. Chatwari. 4. Step or jump. High and low plank. Pancha 5, inhale. Shot 6, exhale. Still exhaling, step the right foot a little behind the hands. Inhale, drive off that left leg all the way up, inhale. Ashta, 1, exhale, shoulder over hand, high and low. Nawa, 9, inhale. Dasha, 10, exhale. Still exhaling, step in the left foot. Then inhale, drive off the right, look up, thumb. Dwa, Dasha, exhale. Shoulder over hand, exhale. Punch, inhale, look nose. Chaptadasha, exhale and regulate your breath. 1, navel in. 2, breathing wide across the rib. 3, 4, 5. Panchadasha, step or jump. Inhale. Shodasha, exhale. Bend your knee. Saptadasha, inhale, hands up. Samastiti, like you're putting yourself back together. Ekam, inhale. Dve, exhale. Trini, inhale. Chatwari, step or jump. Exhale. Panch, inhale. Shat, exhale. Sapta, right foot, inhale. Ashta, exhale. Nawa, inhale. Dasha, exhale. Ekadasha, left foot, inhale. Dvadasha, exhale. Triyodasha, inhale, look nose. Chaptadasha, exhale, look navel. So we get into the posture, regulate the breathing. Feel the corset muscles support you with meditative gazing. 3, 4, 5. Panchadasha, step or jump. Inhale. Shodasha, exhale. Bend your knee. Saptadasha, inhale. Samastiti. The last. Ekam, inhale. Dve, exhale. Trini, inhale. Chatwari, jump back. Panch, inhale. Shat, exhale. Sapta, right foot. Inhale. Ashta, exhale. Nawa, inhaling. Dasha, exhale. Ekadasha, left foot. Inhale. Dvadasha, exhale. Triyodasha, inhale. Chatadasha, regulate your breath. Look navel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Panchadashajam. Inhale. Shodasha. Exhale. Bend your knee. Saptadasha. Inhale. Samasthiti. Padangushtasana. Separate your feet 30 centimeters. Catch the big toe. Inhale. Dve. Exhale. Bend the arms and the fold. When you feel resistance, that's a good spot to stop and breathe. 1. Looking to the nose with meditative gazing. 2. Gradually you'll feel the head pulling in. 3. Over time, the knees straighten. 4. 5. Trini, inhale, the head up. Exhale, hand underfoot, Parahastasana. Ekam, inhale, head up and straighten out. Dve, exhale, from the hinge. Bend the elbows outward. You'll feel how you can stretch into the armpit, and there's some deep stretching through the ribs as you breathe. Look to the nose. 2, 3, 4, 5. Trini, inhale, the head up. Exhale, hands to the hinge. Now it's important that your legs, your butt, that takes on the pressure here. Press down your heel, inhale, squeeze your legs to stand, and Samasthiti, close your feet. Trikonasana, Ekam, inhale, separate the feet, not very wide about the inseam length of your leg, and turn the right foot out. Dve, exhale, from the right hip, fold. Now your left side can turn in a little, that's okay. Catching the big toe, or hold low on the leg. Now in the inhale, start to open up. You can feel that top side begin to open. As you breathe, look up to the right thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, look down to the right foot. Trini, inhale, use that left side to stand and turn for the other side. Inhaling. Chaturanga, exhale from your hinge, lever out and catch. So that right side will initially turn in, no problem. Here's where you start to correct yourself. When you inhale, you're pulling in to that corset. As you breathe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, looking down. Punch, inhale, stand. Turn right side for B, the revolving Trikonasana. Inhaling. Dve, exhale. We'll go halfway, then twist. The left hand moving under the shoulder. Now, here's the trick. Focus on that lifting side, that right arm. As you lift up, you can move the left shoulder under. Look up to the hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale to look down. Press down your left side to stand. Turn for your left side. Inhaling. Chaturanga, exhale. Halfway, then twist. The right hand under shoulder. So that right arm is protracting, pushing away as that left shoulder retracts and pulls back. Focus on lifting up. If you have rope on the ceiling, it would be great as you breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale to look down. Pancha, inhale, stand by pushing into the right leg. Open all the way up. And Samastiti, step or jump. Exhale. Parshva Konasana. Ekam, inhale. The feet are wider in this one. Right foot turned out again. Dve, exhale. Bending that right knee. You're going to start getting low in that right side. Eventually the hip as low as the knee, 90 degrees. But don't lose the left side. In fact, reach the left arm up and over. Get a 45-degree angle as you breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trini, inhale, stand, turn left side. Chatwari, exhale. First, you're getting low like a side lunge. Now the right arm, it'll go forward a little and then over. Always think it's like swinging a tennis racket. So you can feel how your whole right side body lines up as you breathe. 1, looking to the hand. 2, 3, 4, 5. Punch, inhale, stand, and turn right side for B. You can start by taking a knee. Always good to prepare the pelvis here. Tucking under the hips, the posterior pelvic tilt, PPT, inhaling. Just to see this movement here, the right knee goes across the midline as the left arm twists. Think of closing the gap between the elbow and the shoulder. The knee and the armpit. Gradually you can twist. Either press the hands together to rotate open, or move the left hand down. Lift up the left knee. Right arm over 45 degrees as you breathe. 2, 3, 4, 5. Trini, inhale. Push off your left foot to stand and turn left side. In one action, start with that knee position. As you inhale, make sure you're able to tuck under. So the PPT, when we're twisting like this, it is a compression movement. I know sometimes we'll overextend. So think about that compression movement. As you exhale, like a bicycle crunch, you go across the midline, either hand to the mat, or you can do the prayer twist. And this is great because it's easier to open the shoulder. 1, both options, lifting the right knee. 2, as you breathe, twist to the side. 3, 4, 5. Pancha, push off your right leg to stand. Open all the way up. Samastiti to jump. Apologies, I'm really getting off my mat here. I'm trying to accommodate the camera angle. Let me just adjust a little. Prasarita Padottanasana, the spread feet, fold. Ekam, separate the feet and keep the feet slightly turned in. We always say pigeon-toed. The hands are low here at the hip joint, at the hinge. Dve, exhale from the hinge, forward fold. And place the hands behind the feet. Inhaling, look up and pre-straighten, pre-lengthen. Trini, exhale, push down through the hand. The elbows bend straight back. If you imagine this position, it's like pressing into a box or an overhead position. Look to the nose as you breathe. 1, 2. You can keep tilting the weight forward onto the toes. 3. But do push your heels back for balance. 4, 5. Chatwari, inhale the halfway lift. Exhale. Make sure the pressure is in your legs. The heel press, then squeeze your hips to stand. B. A. Come 1, inhale, fly the arms. 2, exhale, hands low here on the hinge. Inhale, elbows back like making a frame with your body. Then Trini, tilt your pelvis forward. You can use a manual adjustment here as you tilt forward. Now, you can keep checking yourself. The front ribs move down like you're compressing the trunk, and that'll help you to move your head to the floor. Look to the nose, Drishti, as you breathe. 1, 2, yeah. 3, 4, 5. Chatwari, press your heels. Inhale, tilt the pelvis all the way back up to stand. Exhaling, the C position. Ekam, 1, inhale, fly the arms. 2, exhale, interlace your fingers behind the back. Now, ideally, we want to press the palms out so you have an internal shoulder rotation like so. Inhaling. You'll see it when I topple forward. As I exhale forward, I've got the arms internally rotated, pushing the palms away. You can keep a little elbow bend here, that's no problem. Focus on the movement of the upper arm. 1. If you feel you're a little tight there, you can either hold something between the hands or just go wide. 2. As you breathe, the head to the floor. 4. Look to the nose, Drishti. 5. Chatwari. Press your heels, inhale all the way up. And punch, exhale, hands to the hinge. D, this is the last. Inhaling. 2, exhale, from the hinge, slide down, catch the big toe. Inhale, halfway lift. So you're creating a pulling mechanism. Trini, exhale, bend the elbows and pull. This is such a nice movement. You can feel the inhale is wide across the upper back. It's like a cobra hood spreading. And then the exhale feels like it's narrow. All the way down to that point below the navel. So you inhale the breath wide across the cobra. And exhaling narrow. Right at the root. One more breath cycle, please. And 5, Chatwari, inhale the head up. Exhale, hands to the hinge. Punch, inhale, stand. Samasthiti, jump. Parshvottanasana. Last week we did a modification by binding the wrist behind. You're always welcome to do that or clasp the elbow. Or the conventional position, the hands all the way back to the prayer. Parshvottanasana. Come inhale, open, and square to the right. Inhaling. 2, exhale. From the hinge, you begin to fold. Now check yourself, that right foot, right knee, and right hip. Those are all in one row. If you focus on that row, even with the knee bended, you'll naturally begin to deepen. 1, look to the nose, Drishti. 2, imagine keeping a frame with the upper body. 3, 4, 5. Trini, inhale, stand, turn, left side. Chatwari, 4, exhale, beginning that hinge. Observing your left foot, knee and hip, keep those in line. And then gradually, you'll deepen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Punch, inhale to stand. Turn the feet parallel. Spread the wings. Sama, sthiti, jump. Exhaling. The balancing series, Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. You can always use the wall for this one. The wall is a great way to focus on just the movement part without having to balance. Or if you want to balance, please squeeze your heels together, the waist squeezing. This really does help. Okay, come, inhale the right knee up and pause. Focus on the standing leg. That's your key here. Gradually, you'll catch the big toe and extend. Keep pulling up to eye level. Due, exhale, moving the chin forward. As you breathe, 1, imagine the left kidney rotating in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale the halfway lift. Then Chatwari, swing the leg open. That thigh rotates out. Gradually extend the knee as you look left. 2, 3, 4, 5. Punch, inhale the leg center. Shot, exhale. Keep pulling up as you touch. Sapta, inhale the head up. And then squeeze the waist. Float the leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sama, sthiti. Easy side. Shot, inhaling. Focus on your standing leg as you're bringing that left knee up. Hold the toe. Keep pulling with the arm as you extend. Sapta, then the right kidney twist in as you breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dasha, inhale the head up. Ekadasha, opens the leg and look right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dvadasha, inhale center. Triyadasha, exhale touch. Chaturasha, inhale the head up and squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sama, sthiti. This pose never gets easier, only more familiar. Traditionally, there's another standing pose here, but in the Mysore Challenge, I'm going to skip it for now, just to keep the flow. Utkatasana. Here we'll hold the movements of the sun salutation V. So the warrior series. Sama, sthiti. Exhale. Ekam, inhale, hands up. Dve, exhale the fold. Should feel much more flexible now. Trini, inhale the head up. Chatwari, exhale, step or jump. Punch, inhale, upward dog. Shut, exhale, downward dog. Utkatasana, sapta, step or jump. Keep your knees bended. Everything below the navel is sinking low. Deepen the hip, the knee, the ankle. But the arms are moving back and up. The head is moving back. So we have 2 directions. 1. Head back, look to the thumb. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Keep the knees bended. Hands forward of the feet about 30 centimeters. You can either press up, or in the Mysore Challenge, we'll do the crow pose. Here, you lift the heels, little bend in the elbow. The trick when doing these arm balances is moving the center of gravity from the leg foundation to the arm foundation. So take your time. When you bend the elbows, you make a little frame, inhaling. And you can try just 1 foot at a time. If it feels ready, then you shift onto the arms. Inhale and exhale. Step or jump the plank. Ekadasha, inhale. Dwadasha, exhale. Virabhadrasana, Sapta, stepping the right foot forward. And inhale. So, just like the chair pose, the last one, we have that lower body sinking downward, but the arms, the head up. 1, 2, 3. Can you get a bit lower here? 4, 5. Ashta, inhale, stand, turn left side. Now we'll start again on this left side, getting low through the leg. Let the arms stretch up. 1, head is back. 2, throat open. 3, look to the nose. 4, 5. Now what? Inhale, open for B. B, the hips level out. You can still check that foot, knee, and hip position so that everything's in row. The ribs level out. The shoulder. Imagine stretching from the armpit to the elbow, and then look to the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dasha. Inhale, stand and turn right side. It will feel a little different on the right side, so take a moment to reorganize. 1, checking for your alignment. 2, looking out to that right hand. 3, 4, 5. Exhale, hands either side of the right foot. Ekadasha, up. You're going to bring that right foot in. So you squeeze everything in. Dwadasha, jump back. Trayodasha, inhale, upward dog. Chattadasha, exhale, the downward dog. Then we'll transition to seated. Have a look at the hands. Raise the heels, and we're going to tiptoe forward. So hands are pushing away the floor. As you tiptoe forward, cross 1 foot over the other and have a seat. Now we want to imagine that you can get your legs through without moving the hands, which is a bit of a challenge in itself, and stretch out. So organizing on top of your sitting bones. You can start to bend the knees here so you feel a bit more like you have your level foundation. Then we want to feel that you have a hinge. So the legs are stretching outward. I always recommend to point the toes. It's a little easier to feel that the legs are enlivened here. And the hands are down by the hips. If your arms are short, maybe just the fingertip. The chin is in, and the low belly engaged. 3, 4, 5. We're going to skip a few poses. We'll go right into Janu Shirshasana, bending the right knee out 90 degrees. Do this without using your hands, so you just have the natural range of motion in your hip. Now, here's the key movement of many of the primary series asana. The right kidney is going to rotate inward toward the left knee. As you're doing that, this left femur pulls back, making sure that my camera's picking that up here. That left femur head is pulling back like a vacuum, inhaling. Then Ashto, exhale. For the next phase, you simply move the head downward toward the knee. And as you begin to unwind and relax, then you'll naturally stretch a little deeper. 5 breaths, looking to that left foot, Drishti. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I inhale the head up, and exhale will simply release. You can always do a vinyasa here. I'll keep it a little easier today, just stretching out the right knee and bend the left. So we rotate across the midline. You can imagine the abdominals activating to move you across. Now, if you're able to feel for the movement of the right femur bone into the hip socket, that will be 50% of the range of motion already. Inhaling. And then for the next layer, we simply rest the head on the knee. As you breathe 5 times, look to that right foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shodhasana, inhale the head up and exhale to release. The vinyasa. So we're going to scale back for this just to get a sense of our foundational movement. I like to think that all of these are in some way functional. So jumping back and jumping forward is just like standing up and sitting down without using your hands. So if you're able just to sit and stand both sides, it's not always easy, but at least you have some sense of that movement, so that when you're lifting up here, you can then begin to propel yourself with the legs so that you take the feet through the hands. And the vinyasa sequence: high plank, get tight, exhale, low. Triodhasana, inhale, upward dog. Chaturasana, exhale, the downward dog. Marichyasana, Sapta. Now we'll practice again. So keep weight onto the toes. As you tiptoe forward, cross the feet. Keep pushing away the floor with the arms. And as you loosen up, it gets a bit easier to take the legs through to seated. For Marichyasana, we want the feet open about 30 centimeters. It's about head width apart. And that way you have some room to move through. Now, lean left and bend up the right knee. Imagine this right leg is still wide. So we have that width there. And this leg feels like we're squatting. So it's very much solid. Now, the right arm moves forward. You can hold that foot to initiate. And you want to feel that you have the length of your whole side body. Inhaling. Now, squeeze the right knee in as you wrap the arm back. You're going to try binding the hand. Inhale. If your hands are not yet binding, it's okay. When you exhale, just feel the weight move forward from that right kidney, just like the last pose. That left femur pulls in. 1. As you breathe. 2. Looking to that left foot. 3. 4. 5. Now inhale the head up and exhale. We'll do the other side. So we have our setup about 30 centimeters, lean right, bend up the left knee, and establish your foundation on that left leg. Wrap the arms to bind. Inhale. Onto the shaft from that left kidney. You're able to hinge forward. Then the head, the ribs, everything compresses down as you breathe. 1. Looking to the right foot. 2. 3. 4. 5. Shodhasana, inhale, and the Vinyasa. So the legs crossed, kind of moving around here, trying to give you more angles. Now the arms are pushing down, so you're very much pushing away, but lift up the pelvis, the legs, squeeze, 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 and then gradually step, jump, and the Vinyasa in the flow of your breath. The inhale, upward dog feels like you're resetting. Exhale, the downward dog. And Marichyasana, C, Sapta, stepping through to seated. Remember, try to move the feet through without changing the arms. And exhale. C is a twisting pose. For this one, the feet stay close together, and you'll lean left, bending up the right knee. So, right foot in, narrow this time. Use your right hand to move the knee across the midline. Now, begin twisting to the right. Feel that twist from the hip, and then gradually moving up the spine. The ribs, the shoulders, those are big pieces of the twist here. If you want to continue wrapping and binding the arms, you close the distance between the knee and the armpit. Slowly, slowly. As you hook up, breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale to look front and exhale. We'll just switch sides. As you bend that left knee up, take a moment. You feel that left foot is very much your foundation. You may need to sit on something. In fact, I prefer to sit on something here just to have a bit of elevation. That way it's much easier or more natural. Not easy in a bad way, not like cheating, but in a more natural way to align the ribs and the shoulders. If you're working on the binding, you close the distance between the knee and the armpit, and you breathe. 1. Most important is that we feel the natural rotation. 2. Binding is always secondary. 3. Deep breath. 4. Looking far to the left. 5. Trayodhasana, the Vinyasa. Inhale to lift up. Chaturasana to jump back. Panchadasana, inhale. Shodhasana, exhale. Sapta, we'll step through. And one more primary asana today, the boat. In Navasana, the knees can be bent, balancing right at the rear of the sitting bone. The arms are up. And gradually, feet to knee level. 1. Squeeze into the midsection. 2. 3. Steady eyes, lift at the nose. 4. 5. Cross the feet. Ashta, lift the seat. Exhale down. Sapta, once again, we'll sit in the boat. 1. As you start to warm up, perhaps the knees are straightening. 2, 3, 4, 5. Always cross the other foot on top. Ashto, up. Exhale, down. Each time, feel that you're able to compress into the lower abdomen. 1, steady we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Ashto, up. Exhale, down. Sapta. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ashto, up. Exhale, down. The last sapta. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ashto, up. Now jump back. Disha, inhale the vinyasa. Ekadasha, exhale. One more time, sapta, step, jump through to seated, and we'll lie down. So when you lie down, use your controlled movement. Tuck under the hips, feel your low belly, everything is active. As you make your way down, press down the hands. Bend the knees up. Let me adjust my camera. Oh, that's not bad, actually. Yeah, nice. So we are moving toward the finish here. Yeah, it's nice to see everyone joining me on the stream. So as we move toward the finish, we'll just do a counter pose, the bridge position. So hands are pressing down, bend up both knees. As you exhale, tuck under the hips. Now inhale, the knees transit forward as you begin to elevate. Walk the shoulders under. As you breathe, 1, 2, 3, look to the nose, Drishti. 4, 5, the exhale will slowly come down. Take a moment to reset. Ashto, prepare. Now inhale, slowly press up. Now, if you want to add a bit more, you're always welcome to move up to the next layer of the bridge. The only rule of the game is that you maintain the corset muscles so that you're supported through the back. So you feel it's more about a hip extension than it is a back bend. As you exhale, we'll roll down and Ashta, prepare. Just one last back bend, please. Now inhale slowly to press up. So if you're moving toward that next layer of the bridge, it's okay. Just make sure you're keeping the corset muscles engaging so you feel you have hip extension and shoulder flexion if you're pushing up. As you breathe, 3, to the nose, 4, and 5. Slowly to come down as you make your way. We'll rest. Bring the knees in one at a time. And we'll do one more vinyasa just to solidify that in our practice. So raising the head, look into the navel. You're going to rock and roll up to seated. Cross the feet. Ekadasha up. Dwadasha. Jump back. The dogs. Triyodasha. Inhale. Chaturasha. Exhale. The closing series. Sapta. Step. Jump through and take your Padmasana. Or just crisscross the ankles, whatever feels steady for you. We're going to inhale, prepare. Yoga Mudra. Walk the hands forward. Move the head toward the mat. If your head's not yet touching, stack the fists so you rest the head. You can close your eyes for this one and breathe. 1. As you breathe, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what? Inhale, we'll sit upright. With the palms up on the knees, join the index finger and the thumb. Let's just reconnect with these principles of our Ashtanga practice. So the breathing, as you breathe, always breathe through the nose, creating that whispering sound at the back of throat. You can feel the Bandha engaged, the support along the corset, the pelvic muscle. And the Drishti is to the nose. Four, 5. Utplutihi, the final pose for today. Cross everything in nice and tight. We'll practice that lifting one last time. Press down through the hands, Disha, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more breaths. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Exhale, have a seat. Take rest in Shavasana. I should mention that this is the second week of the Mysore Challenge. Feel free to join on my Substack group. You can just go to my website, Mysore-challenge.com, and find it, or I believe it's in the link below. So please join up. You can join anytime for the pre-recorded material. It's all at no cost to you. So please enjoy the Mysore Challenge, and happy practice to you. Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, I've got an appointment. I gotta go. Nice to see you, though.